In the lively town of Rainwood, three best friends, Lena, the curious scientist who loved experiments, Maya, the adventurous explorer always looking for new discoveries, and Sarah, the storyteller with a knack for turning science into magical tales, found themselves facing a mystery. One sunny afternoon, as they played by the river, a tiny, glowing water droplet floated in front of them, bobbing up and down like it had something to say. Did that water drop just wave at us? Lena asked, adjusting her science goggles. I think it wants us to follow it, Maya said, already tying her shoes. Sarah laughed. It's the beginning of a story, and we're the main characters. The droplet sparkled and spoke in a bubbly voice. I'm Dewey, and I'm part of the water cycle. If you're curious, I can take you on an adventure to learn how water travels around the earth, but you'll have to shrink down to my size. The girls exchanged excited glances and shouted, Let's go! With a whoosh of magic, Dewey shrank the girls into tiny droplets and whisked them into the river. First stop, evaporation station. As the sun warmed the water, Dewey explained, when the sun heats me up, I turn into water vapor and rise into the sky. Ready? Lena observed, so heat gives you energy to move faster until you escape the water. Maya felt herself floating upward. I'm flying. This is amazing, Sarah giggled. It's like being in a fairy tale except with science. Soon, they were high in the sky, surrounded by millions of tiny water droplets. The next stop was a bustling, fluffy cloud. Dewey announced, Welcome to Condensation Cloud City, where water vapor cools down and turns back into tiny drops of liquid. Lena noticed how the droplets gathered together. So this is how clouds form. Maya jumped from one fluffy cluster to another. This is the softest adventure ever. Sarah pointed at the sky below. Look, the town looks so small from up here. As the cloud grew heavier, Dewey said, Uh-oh, when a cloud gets too full, it's time for the grand finale, precipitation. Before they knew it, the girls and Dewey were tumbling through the air as raindrops. Hold on tight, Dewey shouted. Maya laughed as they splashed into a grassy field. That was the best slide ever. Lena examined the wet soil. Now that we're back on the ground, what happens next? Dewey explained. Some of us soak into the ground to help plants grow. Some of us flow back to rivers and oceans to start the cycle all over again. Sarah picked up a leaf glistening with rain. It's like an endless story where the main character keeps changing places. Dewey led the girls back to the river, where they returned to their normal size. Thanks for joining me on the water cycle adventure, Dewey said. Remember, water is precious and needs to be cared for. The girls waved as Dewey sparkled and vanished back into the river. Inspired by their journey, the girls started the Rainwood Science Club to share what they had learned. Lena demonstrated experiments with evaporation using a kettle. Maya led hikes to observe condensation on leaves. Sarah wrote a storybook called Dewey's Adventure to explain the water cycle to younger kids. Their town became a place where everyone understood the importance of water and how it connects us all.